Hello, I'm Lauren and welcome to Lauren and Kelsey Creates. Today I would like to talk to you a little bit about a gift or an activity that we could use, you can use at any time of the year, memory jars. I think a lot of time we focus on a lot of bad things in life, and this is a really good way to focus on happy memories and remember all the little things that make us happy over the course of a year, over the course of your lifetime. You could use them in two ways, or you could use them in tons of ways, but two of the ways that I would like to talk about. One could be maybe a Christmas present or a birthday present for a family member, loved one, friend, who you think back on all the different memories that you have, the good memories that really stand out for you, and you write those down on pieces of paper, put them in the little jar, so that way when you give it to them, you're looking at it and you remember in the good times, you can laugh, remember different stories. It's a great way to spend like an evening, afternoon, like a day, Christmas. I remember I did it with my mom for Christmas a couple of years ago, and it was probably one of the most cost-effective projects I've ever done, but it I think has the most meaning for her. I know she likes to take it out and look at it on special occasions, and we like try to add to it every year so that she can remember all the awesome stuff that we've done, my sister and myself, with my mother. And I know with elderly parents, that would be a really good thing that you can go through so that they can remember all the awesome, great times, great memories. The next way that you could use a memory jar is to think a year in advance. So this is going to be this is February. So you could think for Christmas time, you could think maybe for a person's birthday, like next birthday, or you want to give yourself a little while. This way, what ends up happening is people focus a lot on the negative in their life. And this is a really good way to focus on the positive. So you can use it and you can write down day by day, week by week, maybe think of one or two good things that happen in a week, a month, what have you. Write those things down, put them in a jar, basket, and then when you look back on it, you can think back on the good things that have happened, as opposed to thinking back on, oh, how bad last year was. My New Year's resolution is to make this year so much better, because you have physical something to look at to say, hey, last year really wasn't that bad. There was a lot of good stuff that happened. And really, to quote one of my favorite authors, Kurt Vonnegut. If you haven't read Kurt Vonnegut, I highly suggest it. He's amazing. When you're sitting down and you're noticing something that's just really nice, just to notice it, to be aware of the situation, that you're having a good time, you're enjoying yourself. And to quote Vonnegut, he says, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is. And then at that point, you write it down, put it in the jar, and you can go back a year, 2 years later, look at it, and just really thoroughly enjoy it and have a good time with the people that you love and anybody who's around you at the time. So to go into it, you'll just need some paper. If you wanted to make it look in any particular way, you can use just about anything. This is a good one for like holidays. This was pretzels, like a holiday pretzel big jar. This would be cool for families with like little kids. You guys can like add to it however you want. I'm taking a little X-Acto knife right here just to pull this off. So then what you can do is I have this big stock, like a ribbon, so you can wrap it around and you can put whatever you want on there, so-and-so family memory jar. You got this plastic lid on top, and you write something down. You can make it maybe part of kids, not the chores, but you can even make it as on a weekly basis when you're sitting down for dinner. Let's think of one good thing that happened today, or one good thing that happened this week, and we write it down and put it in the jar. So that way you're not focusing on negative things in life, and you're focusing more on positive, and everybody's, making people happier to be around. So you can take, I have little scrap bits of paper here, cardstock, use just about anything that you want. Cut it however you want to cut it. You can use all different sorts of materials here. You just think outside the box or inside the box. If you want to think inside the box, we have this little box. I think you can get these at any of the discount retailers, like a Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, that sort of thing, where you open it up. You got, what do we have in here? We have pine cones in here, but you can make, ooh, this smells good. You can make a memory jar, you make a memory box, you throw some stuff in there, maybe even put a couple of mementos, concerts, parties, different things that you've went to, throw them in there. A lot of people will do that with scrapbooking. Me personally, I don't really like to scrapbook. I don't know why, I just don't, but I like to hold things, I like to touch things and have physical evidence of things. And this is, oops, sorry, that was loud. This is a good way, you put it up and you put it back in here. You say, okay, you're gonna have Thanksgiving maybe. Let's talk about what we're thankful for. Well, let's pull out the memory box. Let's talk about all the things and have the physical things of the things that we're happy about. What else? We've got this really cool jar here. This would look really nice. The one when I was speaking previously about the one I made for my mom, was about this big. I got a jar with a lid on it, and I wrapped it in, I think it was this like sparkly ribbon. I wrapped it in a bunch of sparkly ribbons. And she has a lot of green. I don't think I have any more green ribbon. She has a bunch of green. I wrapped it around in there. It has all these little tiny slips, and they're really long, so that they kind of really wrap around inside the jar. So it's really cool. It's kind of like a neat piece, actually. And so she brings that out. She likes to have that and special occasions, birthdays and such. We have this one. This one's pretty neat. This one's like, I don't know, it's pretty long. But you get the idea here. You can use just about anything. We've got this box here. We've got this old mason, well this one's filled, but I guess after we make the cookies we could use this as a jar. And you can, so this is an easy project to do. You can use just about anything. Scrap paper, this is literally scrap paper from printer. So you can pretty much make it with materials lying around your house, and it can be probably one of the best presents or gifts, or even gifts to yourself, just to remember that, hey, life isn't all bad, and we have a lot of good times in life, and let's remember them. Let's not remember the bad stuff, because that's depressing. So, all right. Well, if you like this project, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you've done in the past that you'd like to maybe share with us on the site, feel free to go ahead and do so. And make sure to always visit LaurenKelseyCreates.com to see what we're doing next.